Hi guys, good morning. I hope you all are having a wonderful day wherever you are. Out and about, handling some business up in here. But I want to talk with you guys this morning, and this message is entitled, If They Want to Break Up, Let Them Go. If they want to break up, let them go. This is for audiences who has somebody in your life. If that person wants to leave you, they want to break up, let them go, guys. Especially when it's somebody that a relationship that's already bad. It's a relationship where there's already problems and issues and it's not working out. If that person wants to break up with you, let them go and stop trying to force someone to be there. Stop threatening suicide in some cases. Stop making them feel guilty, trying to make them stay with you. If they want to leave, if they want to break up, then let it go, guys. Sometimes the Lord is trying to save you. Sometimes you don't realize that you are dodging a bullet, depending on who this person is. All right? If the relationship isn't working out, I'm going to talk about from two aspects. If the relationship is not working out, then, and they want to break up, that is their right. That is their right to do that. And you don't want to be using manipulation to make it work, or getting so scared at the thought of the person leaving you that you can't imagine life without them. That is not a healthy choice, guys. And I know that it can happen at different stages. You know, when you're younger, this person just seems like they're everything and all of that. But a lot of times, if you are sexually active with this person, that's what it is. Sex makes you lose your mind, okay? And it creates a connection and a soul tie. That feeling and that connection, when the person is trying to leave, you're thinking you can't live without them based on all the feelings and all the fusing that sex brings with you and the person. Now, being a believer in Christ, guys, we do not believe in sex before marriage or anything like that, okay? You shouldn't be. But we know that there's people out there who do it. So I can give you some counsel on that, but it's up to you whether you're going to take the counsel or not. Nevertheless, guys, the bottom line is, when someone wants to let go and they want to leave, and the person has been a person who has hurt you, a person who has betrayed you, a person who has shown themselves not to be trustworthy, then let them go. Let them go, guys. Because a lot of times, sometimes you're praying and asking God to make changes in a relationship, and sometimes the change is going to be that person is not going to be with you anymore. Sometimes people may pray and ask God to change the heart of the person, but God does not force us. Some people, they're doing things in their lives, they're resisting God, they're not listening. They could be your husband, they can be your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your fiance. They're doing certain things, and perhaps you don't know. God may be talking to that individual. That person may have a friend or somebody that's speaking to them about the things that they're doing, and they just continue. And so the Lord removes them from your life because this person has no intentions of stopping what they're doing. They have no intentions to stop. They're going to keep going. They're going to keep doing what they're doing. And sometimes, guys, you don't know what people do. God sees what a person does. He sees what they're doing when you're not around. You don't know what that man or that woman does when you leave. who they are calling, who they are texting, who are they having conversations with, who they're going to see, who they're having a full-blown sexual relationship with. And in these days, guys, people are becoming more and more evil, more and more callous, and you can't afford that. You really can't. Especially if you have a family. That is even more so dangerous. You have children, you have a family with this person, and this man or this woman is going outside the house doing whatever they want to do. Guys, it is extremely dangerous, and that is why adultery is why God allows divorce for adultery, because it's extremely dangerous. Spiritually, emotionally, physically. Because that man could think he knows that woman. That woman may think she knows that man very well. And she's dealing with a person who becomes obsessed. He's dealing with a person who become obsessed and a stalker. And all they think of is, I need to get rid of her, or I need to get rid of him so that we can be together. I need to get rid of these children so that there's no connection, you see. So guys, if you're in a situation where the person does not want to be with you anymore, and they are trying to break it off with you, don't fight it. Fear causes people to forget what they prayed for. Fear can cause people to forget all the HE double hockey sticks, hell that they've been going through with this individual. And it makes them hold on and say, oh no, please don't. The Lord can also know that this person can become a potential danger to you somewhere down the line. There's a lot of people that get killed by the same person that once kissed their cheeks. The same person that vowed to protect them. And the Lord sees the future. He sees what's coming down the line, guys. So, as painful as it may be, and I don't just say this like, oh yeah, whatever. It can be hard. But you have got to realize when it's time to let go. And sometimes you are the person that someone is trying to break up with them and break up with you, and you're the problem, in the sense of you're the one that's causing issues in the relationship. Sometimes you're with a person who is kind and they're good and they're being thoughtful to you, and then you mistreat them, but at the same time you don't want to let them go. And this is not a right attitude. And you have to be able to look within yourself and see what your issue is, what you have going on, and heal from it. Because having that sort of unhealthy connection to somebody while mistreating them, it is not someone's job to be, your personal crash test dummy, where you're trying to figure out who you are, and I'm sorry, and you continue to do certain things. It's that person's right to move away from you, and they're not being selfish. It's not their job to walk you through life and your issues. There are things, guys, that you have to work out for yourself, and that's by looking up to God and asking Him to lead you and to guide you, asking Him to help you. Because when you go around breaking people and hurting people all the time, the issue is you. You are the common denominator. And you have to be able to understand that. You can't meet a person who's nice and meet a person who cares for you, and then you keep hurting them. And then now when they're all wrinkled and crushed up and retaliating and talking back to you, or they become indifferent, you are looking at that and making an issue out of it. People will change. And the more you hurt them, they're going to change. They're not going to be the same. They're going to get hardened. They're going to know how to talk bad. They're going to start being bitter. They're going to start yelling, screaming, shutting down, whatever it may be. But you have to be mature enough and be truthful enough to say, you know what? My wife was not always like this. My husband was not always like this. My boyfriend wasn't always like this. My girlfriend wasn't always like this. You must remember those times that the person stayed with you no matter what. You have to remember those times that you continue to betray them and hurt them. And they've had enough. And you have to have enough respect and consideration to take responsibility for that and let them be. The other thing that I want to say is sometimes, guys, it may have been working and now it's not, especially, with the dating. You don't want to be a person where it's like you can't live without this person. They're just so much on your mind. They're on your mind so much. They're your everything. Guys, never be with a person that says, I can't live without you. It sounds good at first. You're my everything. I just can't imagine life without you. It sounds good until you realize you're dealing with a fatal attraction. It's all good until you realize this person really meant it. Where if you're trying to leave, they're threatening their life or threatening your life. You don't want to love somebody like that too much. That's not love, that's obsession. You don't want to be the person that is, I cannot live without you. You've been living all these years without that person in your life. And while they may bring some good things to your life, and meaning you guys have great times and everything, you still have to have a sense of self-worth, self-love, all of the above and then some, so that if something happens, even though it is sad, you are able to bounce back. Yes, it's going to hurt, but it's not always going to hurt. That's the fantastic thing about our emotions and the way the Lord made us. Things will hurt and you'll shed your tears and it will be hard, but you will adapt and you will get over that person. So never be with a person who seems to just want to completely immerse themselves in you and tell you that you are their life, because sometimes that's literally what they mean. And if you try to leave them, they're gonna threaten to take their lives or kill you and kill themselves. We need to give people the opportunity to make themselves whole through Christ, make themselves whole through self-development and all that's available for them. Go through those skeletons in their closets, the hurt and the pain that they've experienced in their lives, all of that. They have to work those things out, because a lot of times people have issues. They still have some baggage from a previous relationship. You realize that they jumped out of one relationship and got in with you. And so there are all these different things that they have going on. They have childhood issues going on that they've never worked out. And there's this expectation that you are going to solve all the cases in their lives. You don't want that. And unfortunately, there's a lot of grown-ups that are this way. There are lots of grown-ups who have issues. They're grown, they have jobs, they're doing things, but inside they are a mess. And guys, you should not have to wear a hard hat and tool belt and steel-toe shoes to be in a relationship with anybody, where it's taking so much work. You got to keep your tool belt on hand just in case you need to fix something real quick. You need to keep your relationship going. You need to, put some caulk in a crack in the wall. You gotta put a little paste here, a little paste there. You need to hammer this, hammer that. You need to prop this up, hold this up, drill this down, rope this in. No, that's too much work. And that's something that people make you think that, oh, that's normal in relationships. No, that's normal in toxic relationships. When someone wants to be with you, I understand that there is no perfect relationship and there will be challenges with everyone. Everyone's going to face a challenge in relationships. But the basics, guys, is loyalty, respect, trust. Those things need to be there. And there are individuals who have those things. And they can be there, and even though you may have your differences in your relationship, you all are going to be able to work it out in a healthy manner. When you have to be cursing, when you have to be fighting, you get to that place where you used to be nice and quiet, and now you're cursing and you're swearing. This person is not for you. When there's been infidelity and lies and cheating, and this person doesn't know who they want, and they're not sure where they want to be, you leave them alone. You don't let them try to figure out where they want to be while they're with you. And I'll do another video on this about dating. As a matter of fact, guys, eventually I'm going to be starting another channel, and it's going to be on practical advice. And I believe anyone can benefit from it. But I'm probably going to be calling that channel Big Sister. And what is going to be, it's just going to be a place for the youth, the young, and whoever, just to be able to come and listen to some practical advice on relationships and life, and hygiene, taking care of yourself as a young man or young woman, things of that nature, things that young people will face. So I'm working on that, guys, and that will be there. I hope that you guys will support that channel when I do put it up. So anyway, guys, I'm going to stop here. But if someone wants to leave you and someone wants to break up with you and it is not working out, then accept that. No matter what age you are, sometimes God wants to remove you from situations that is going to end badly in the end. Sometimes you forfeit the happiness you were meant to have, and the freedom and the joy unspeakable that you were meant to have by sticking in a relationship. I always have a visual of someone that's just sitting in the dump with broken toys. They're so used to broken things. They're sitting in the dump. They have this old teddy bear that's ratted and tattered and infested with bugs. And here's an opportunity for something better. But people are so used to fixing and mending what's broken that they can't receive happiness. And there's a lot of people who's missed out on true love. There are lots of people that's missed out on just a different life. You see people with bags under their eyes, and they're aging, and they, got pregnant before they were, they weren't meant to. They just totally changed the direction of their life. They're holding the baby on their hips and sad and wearing, dirty sweatpants, and they were meant to be somewhere happy and bright and beaming and smiling and healthy. So when the obvious is there, and when someone wants to leave and someone wants to break up with you, as painful as it is, let it go. Because if you're hurting anyway in that relationship, especially in those cases, you're already hurting. You're already in pain. Why not just heal? Even though you're in pain, why not just go the other way, break it, allow the breakup to happen? Yes, you'll be crying, yes, you'll be sad, but at least you'll be on your way to healing, rather than crying constantly in a relationship that's going nowhere. All right, guys, I hope this makes sense.